Here we go! What's up, everybody? Producer Ryan here, aka Ryan Turford, the man on the moose. And today, these are my reactions to the Nintendo Direct for February 9th of 2022. I'm actually really excited for this event. We did a Nintendo Direct reaction like this last year in September, but I didn't want to do a live stream because I know ConsoleCaito are doing the live stream over on youtube.com/ConsoleCaito, which, by the way, if you haven't watched that yet, link is up there. I've posted it for you. I've also put it in the description of this video. So click on that. Check out the video on demand of Sean and Caito kind of reacting to the event. Whereas I really wanted to have a chance to react to this as well. I have a feeling we're going to see some Ryan Turford-esque stuff here, stuff that I'm personally going to be really excited about. So I'm excited to see what's going on with this Nintendo Direct. So without further ado, let's jump into the Direct. I'm going to be basically reacting to it kind of as the Direct goes on anyways, as far as basically I'm watching it as it airs. This isn't after it's aired or anything like that. So I don't know if there's anything that's going to happen yet, and I'm just excited about it. So let's jump into it. Oh, all right, here we go. Rating pending to mature. And of course, they got the standard, kind of a release date thing, just in case anything gets delayed. And here we go, Nintendo Direct time. Oh my god, I think it's Fire Emblem! I figured we were going to see Fire Emblem at the show. I thought we were going to probably maybe even see it at the end. But it's Fire Emblem Warriors 2? What? Hold the phone. I was expecting a new Fire Emblem game. A new traditional Fire Emblem game. I was not expecting Fire Emblem Warriors 2. Oh, you got your Three Houses characters here.
Power structure that shackles Fodlan.
If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this is the path we
The main thing I gotta ask with this is just hopefully the frame rate runs a little bit better than the last Fire Emblem Heroes or Fire Emblem Warriors or like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, where it ran at like 15 frames per second sometimes.
Help me seize control of my fate.
We shall fight, we shall survive, and we shall win a glorious future for Fodlan. But now that I know, I won't make the same mistake again.
So again, you'll probably tell, I'm not awash with excitement from this announcement because, again, Musou games just aren't really my thing, but I'm excited just to see Fire Emblem. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully this one is going to be a fun game. I mean, I thought the last one was okay, so I'm hoping they do some awesome stuff with this one. So June 24th, 2022, that sounds about right. That's interesting.
Hello, everyone.
That's going to be kind of one of their summer games, it sounds like. Maybe another re-release over the summer besides that.
What you just saw was the trailer for the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes game. We hope you'll look forward to a different story set in the same universe as Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Let's see the first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
All right, headlines time. Here we go. Here's where you're going to get some good stuff, I think.
The Orange Star Nation
All right,
needs
here we
you.
go. Advance Wars time. Let's see that release date.
We've got more intel on the Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp game. In the first campaign,
I'm gonna
Advance
move
Wars,
myself to the other
you'll
side,
advise
folks.
a colorful cast of commanding officers
There we go.
and use their abilities in vibrant
In case you're wondering why I'm like a
turn-based
ghost and just moving
battles.
around.
Each commanding officer is now voiced, bringing even more charm to these characters.
You're gonna get hurt.
Oh, this game looks real good.
Another full campaign awaits.
I love kind of the
Advance Wars
combination
2
of like the
Black Hole
way
Rising.
forward art style
More
with
commanding
the
officers and
Advance
more
Wars art
terrain
style
can be
from the
leveraged for
GBA
additional
games.
tactical
I think this
opportunities,
looks really fun.
like blasting through pipelines to cross into enemy territory. In both campaigns, you can fast forward gameplay and reset your turns for a smoother tactical experience.
Okay.
Flex your strategic muscles.
I like that they're
outside
adding
both
some like
campaigns
accessibility
with
features to the game
additional
because especially when you get later in the game, it can get kind of tough. So
Create and share
I'm glad that they've got
maps
some of
in
that
the
stuff in
design
there.
room. Or battle friends and frenemies in local and online multiplayer. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot.
There we go.
Camp
April
launches
8th.
onto
The release
Nintendo
date
Switch
leak
system April 8th.
was 100% correct.
Pre-orders are available
I'm actually
now on
really
Nintendo
excited for
eShop.
this game. Can't wait. I love that it's just
Explore
around the
an
corner, too.
Infinite universe.
Is this like
No
Sterling
Man's
2?
Sky,
Oh, it's
every
No Man's
star
Sky.
is the
Okay.
light of a distant sun.
I mean, this is a game that
Orbited
just
by
makes sense for
planets
Switch, I
teeming
think.
with life.
I know a lot of people will love it.
Travel to planets of your
I think it's
choosing
okay.
in this infinite,
But
procedurally
I think
generated
this will be a good
universe.
Switch game, I think.
Here, you'll discover extraordinary lands.
Especially now with all the
creatures
updates they've
that have
done with the
never been seen
game,
before,
new
and may
content.
never be
Just there's
seen
going to be a
again.
ton of stuff to do with it, I
To
think.
survive, you must craft your own tools and even your own place to live. In this living and breathing universe, trade convoys travel between stars. Factions vie for territory. Pirates hunt unwary travelers. And the authorities are ever watchful. Your journey may be fraught with danger, and actions have consequences. Trader, fighter, explorer. How will you live?
I wonder
in
if this is actually the Switch footage, because this looks pretty good for it. If it is the Switch footage,
lands on Nintendo Switch this summer.
that's cool. That's a cool announcement, I think. Oh, what's this? Oh, is this Strikers? Oh my God, yes. We finally have a new Strikers game. It's been like, what, like 10, 12 years since the last one on the Wii? As long as it's better than Mario Golf, that's all I ask.
Mario Strikers Battle League.
Battle League.
Prepare for Strike, a 5-on-5 sport like soccer.
I mean, I see something like this though, and I'm like, man, maybe one day I have hope that maybe they bring back Mega Man Soccer, because that's the soccer game we're all asking for, right? Mega Man Soccer 2.
And crushing special shots. The main rule in this sport is to rule the field.
All right, let's see if they do kind of like some kind of dumb Super Rush mechanic with the game. Because otherwise, so far, looks pretty promising.
That'll help you with your strategies. First, the gear you equip. It changes not only your appearance, but also your stats like speed.
Okay, so you've got some like RPG elements in there with your gear.
Customize as you see fit.
There's probably gonna be like some loot end game in this game.
The Hyper Strike. To activate this shot, grab an orb when it appears on the field and charge it while your opponents are distracted. Hit the net and you'll score not one, but 2 goals.
That tornado was so extreme that you got 2 goals out of
Up
it.
to 8 players, 4 players on each team.
I wonder when
can
this game's
compete
coming out.
against
I think
each
this is
other
probably,
on
if I had to
one
guess,
Nintendo Switch
probably a
system.
July game. That's what I'm
In
guessing.
addition
July.
to individual matches, online play will have an online club mode. Join an in-game club and compete for placement in the rankings. Up to 20 players can join a club. So create your own and invite friends and family to play alongside you. Or join an existing one owned by other players. Try to become the world's top club. With items, tackles, and hyper strikes. Anything goes on this field. Mario Strikers.
Oh,
Battle
June
League
10th.
launches on
So
Nintendo
they got
Switch
2 June games?
10th. Pre-orders begin
I mean, I
today
guess they're not
on
gonna really, like,
Nintendo eShop.
Cannibalize each other or anything like that. Like that and Fire Emblem, they're not really gonna like compete for the same audience, I don't think. But that's exciting. I think that looks great. Just again, as long as they're like, as there's enough variety there
Please take a look at this.
versus, you know, what they did with Mario Golf, I think it's gonna be good. All right, what's next? I'm guessing this is Splatoon. No? Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Splatoon 3. I mean, what if this game comes out in June too? Well, actually, June was the month I was expecting for Splatoon 2. So, unless they're gonna pile all the games in that month, this is probably a July game, I'm guessing. But I guess we'll find out. So we We got some salmon run going on here. Apparently there's a giant, like, fish stick that, you know, coats the field. It's basically just this, you know, big, like, kind of drill. Okay. I mean, to me, this just looks like more Splatoon, which gets me excited. Splatoon's a fun game, and I'm eager to see what, how much content's going to be in Splatoon 3, and just what they do with it. Like all kinds of weird and wacky stuff kind of awaits us with that game. I think it's going to be real fun. But you don't need me to tell you that. You already know. You already know this. Throwing that fish orb all over the place. Salmon run next wave. That's like extreme to the max.
That was the trailer for the co-op
No release date.
Splatoon 3 game, the next wave of Salmon Run. A giant salmonid, one that's never been seen before, was also spotted at the end of the trailer. Will the Inklings and Octolings ink or swim? Splatoon 3 will launch this
Okay,
summer.
so not an exact release date, just summer. Probably not June with the two games
Let's move
already,
on
but
to more
we'll see.
Nintendo Switch headlines.
I'm still guessing July for that game, for Splatoon.
Bonzers at the ready.
What's this? Wanzers. You got some robot hands in there. The mech game, maybe Deus Ex Machina 2 or something like that, or Armored Core.
A full remake
Ooh,
of the first
Front Mission.
game is storming
That's awesome.
onto Nintendo Switch.
Front Mission is like a
In this
strategy
tactical
game
RPG,
from
you'll pilot
Square
weaponized
on the
machines
Super
called
Nintendo
Bonzers
or Super
and lead your
Famicom.
battalion
Really
to
fun
victory.
game. I think this is going to be a good remake.
Gain
Hopefully.
the upper hand in battle.
The first game's
aiming
really
for
good.
Enemy parts to destroy. Mix and match various weapons and parts to customize your Vanzer. Uncover the great storyline of this classic when Front Mission 1 Remake launches on Nintendo Switch this
That's
summer.
being done by Forever
And
Entertainment.
in the
That'll
future, the sequel,
be interesting.
Front Mission 2 Remake will also launch on Nintendo Switch.
So we're gonna get 2 Front Mission remakes. That's pretty cool.
Get set for a
Also that tells us what
Disney and Pixar
Forever
combat
Entertainment's
racer.
working on with Square Enix.
From the creators of the Asphalt series comes rip-roaring racing action.
Now we got a
across
Disney
Disney and
go-kart game.
Pixar-inspired racetracks. Race as a legendary roster of characters.
So we got this, we got Chocobo GP.
Each one special
Maybe
abilities to battle for
we
victory
get Mario Kart
across
9.
the
It'll be
finish
like the
line.
trifecta of
Choose
like
Mickey
kart
Mouse
racer games for this
symphonic
game.
Speed. Sully
this
for
year.
monstrous power, or Mulan for explosive maneuvers. Each racer also possesses powerful ultimate skills, perfect for turning the tables at the last second. Disney Speedstorm is a free-to-play game with new seasons added regularly, bringing more exciting Disney.
I think
and
this is the
Pixar
first game of
characters,
this type
circuits,
on
karts,
Switch that we have
and
that's
more.
free to play. That's an interesting
Plus,
angle, I
enjoy
think.
cross-platform play as well as split-screen and online multiplayer modes.
So it sounds like it's coming to
Disney
other consoles too,
Speedstorm
maybe
races
Xbox.
onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
Coming from Gameloft. That's interesting. Free to
Dive
play
into these
kart
classic
racing.
franchises on
I can get
Nintendo
behind that.
Switch. Unleash the power of the Force in this
Oh,
classic
Force
Star Wars
Unleashed.
action adventure.
Not the
As
Star Wars
Darth
game I was
Vader's
predicting.
secret apprentice,
I was predicting
you'll use devastating
Rogue Squadron.
force powers and
We did get a Star
lightsaber
Wars game,
combos
but it wasn't the
as you
one I
hunt
was hoping
down
for.
Jedi Masters on iconic
Force
planets.
Unleashed, though, really fun
Upgrade
game,
abilities
though.
like Force
It
Grips
had
and
kind of
Force
its
Repulse,
some like
then
nitpicky
combine
problems,
for
but
even more
I
destructive
really enjoyed it
combos.
back in the day, back on 360. So
Use button
I think that's
controls
gonna be
or
a
opt
good
for
port.
motion controls enhanced from the original Wii version. You can also duel locally with a friend. to
Oh, they're
determine
putting in
who is
some of the
galaxy's
Wii
most
features, it
powerful
sounds like?
Jedi. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed launches on Nintendo Switch April 20th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
The complete saga of
then
legendary
Assassin's Creed,
Ezio
we already
Auditore
knew about
da
this one.
Firenze awaits in 3 critically acclaimed Assassin's Creed games. Explore Renaissance Italy and 16th century Constantinople.
It's good to actually have
Interact
Assassin's
with
Creed on
historical
Switch. I think it's good. I think
and
this is going to be a
discover
good
secrets of
collection,
the Creed
especially if you've
across
never played
3
these games before.
2
I think it's a
bonus
great
short
way to
films
get into the
and
franchise, I
DLC.
think.
Plus, take advantage of enhanced features for the Nintendo Switch system on the go, including touchscreen controls, HD Rumble, and optimized on-screen display. Assassin's Creed: The Ezio Collection launches on Nintendo Switch February 17th.
Yeah.
Pilot
Out
mobile
soon.
suits in dynamic action RPG
SD
battles.
Gundam Battle
Strange
Alliance.
incidents called breaks are occurring across the Gundam
I love Gundam.
universe.
I've
Find
never
out
been
what's
into the
causing
SD
them
Gundam
and
stuff.
Restore the proper timeline.
So,
You'll lead
I'm
3
just gonna do
mobile
this.
suits in battle.
Yeah.
Enhance each suit with parts to improve their power. You can also battle alongside friends in online co-op multiplayer. SD Gundam Battle Alliance launches on Nintendo Switch this year.
Well, you got Wing versus Epion. That's something.
2 worlds cross in the triumphant return of this RPG
Oh, it's
classic.
Chrono Cross. Yes.
A remaster
It's happening!
of the acclaimed RPG
I mean, we
Chrono Cross
kind of knew
is
this was
coming
happening,
to the Nintendo
but
Switch system.
man, I am excited to replay this
One
game.
fateful day,
as you can probably
the
tell.
protagonist Surge wanders into an alternate world. Though it somewhat resembles
Also, you got
his
that
home
music
world,
going.
He finds that
Oh,
he no
this music's so
longer exists
good.
here. How did this happen? What is this
I've
mysterious
been
another
waiting
world?
to replay Chrono Cross
Travel
because
back
I
and
knew
forth
this collection,
between both
this
worlds to
remake was
unravel
coming.
the story.
And I
40
can't wait to
characters can
replay it
join
again
your party.
on Switch. I think this is gonna be
Depending on the
awesome.
choices you make, the allies who accompany you and the endings that trigger will differ. A number of improvements have been made to this remaster, like the ability to turn off enemy encounters and a newly enhanced soundtrack.
Ooh, I wonder what
Plus,
the new
Radical
soundtrack's gonna be
Dreamers,
like.
originally
I mean, I love
released
the
on
original
the
soundtrack.
Teleview, is
So,
included.
ooh,
Experience the
Radical
origins of
Dreamers
Chrono Cross
was
in
kind of
text-based
connected to Chrono
adventure.
Cross, and it never got released here. I'm actually
Chrono Cross,
super excited
the
for this.
Radical Dreamers edition
April 7th.
dashes
Let's
and
go.
slashes its way
I gotta
onto
see if there's a
Nintendo
physical
Switch
copy for
April
that.
7th.
I can't wait for it.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Here we go. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, out next month. Essentially just Last of Us Kirby. This game looks really good. I'm really excited for it. I mean, I'm someone who's always kind of been like hit or miss with Kirby. But this game's looked pretty good, I think, since the first trailer, I think. So, I mean, you can eat a car and turn into a car, I guess. That's a thing. I mean, you got to be able to get around this giant open world, I guess. But
latest unforgettable 3D platforming
Yep.
adventure.
Still looks
Kirby
awesome.
And the Forgotten Land. It all takes place in a mysterious world with an unusual mix of nature and civilization. To rescue the kidnapped Waddle Dees, Kirby sets off on a new adventure.
I love how extreme they're trying to go with this voice to kind of get you amped up for Kirby.
Introducing Mouthful Mode.
Mouthful.
Inhale a car to zoom around.
It looks so silly.
A
But,
vending machine to attack with juice cans.
oh man, this is
Or
something.
Become a piercing cone. With Mouthful Mode, new
Kind of reminds me of some of the stuff they do with Mario Odyssey, but instead of the hat mechanic, you're like sucking stuff up and becoming it instead.
Exploring with new moves different from copy abilities. Kirby can even weaponize a mouthful of water, like this.
So you got your flood mechanics in there. You know, Kirby just sucks up all the water,
Continue to grow, and more
and then you get to
resources will
build
become
Waddle Dee Town.
available. Waddle Dee's weapon shop, familiar copy abilities can be evolved. Evolve copy abilities to
Okay, that's
expand
interesting.
Kirby's range of attacks.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of customization with this
They'll
game.
also change Kirby's appearance.
That ability just made him like a giant Katamari just rolling around. Hopefully the controls are a little bit better than some of the Katamari games, but we'll see.
Some copy abilities may have stronger evolved forms. A new adventure awaits our pink puffball. Who are the Beast Pack? What are these enemies trying to do? Can Kirby restore peace to this world? Kirby and the Forgotten Land launches on the Nintendo Switch
Man,
system.
that game
March
still looks really
25th.
great.
Pre-orders
I'm
are
very
available
excited
now
for it.
on Nintendo eShop.
We're only a month and a half away from it.
That was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, launching later next month. Please look forward to its release.
I never really hear more Kirby
Let's
stuff
take a
today.
look at some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
We got the show. We knew the show was coming. I think that's going to be like a really good addition to the Switch. Finally, like an actual MLB baseball game. That's really good.
Right, Otani-san. MLB The Show is coming to
And then
Nintendo
this looks like it's
Switch.
actually the Switch
That
footage.
means you can play
Obviously,
modes
you know,
like
not as
Road
good
to
as,
the
you know,
Show
PlayStation
and
4
Diamond
or,
Dynasty
you know,
on the
Xbox
Nintendo
One, but
Switch. But that's
still looks-
not all.
still looks
You
good.
can even play exhibition with
Although
a
I'm
single
not too sure about this frame rate.
controller. With cross
It's,
progression, you can also earn
definitely
and use
looking sub
content
30, I think.
on any platform where MLB The Show
and I mean, that
22
might just be
is
the
available.
stream or
And take your
the
progress
footage
on the
before
go
it's
with
final,
you
but
on Nintendo Switch. Have
frame rate
friends
seems
that
off to
play
about it.
MLB The Show 22 online matches on other consoles? No need to worry.
Of course, I'm
You can invite
representing
them and
Blue
play
Jays.
online.
I'm dressed for the occasion today, apparently, rather than wearing a Nintendo
I
shirt.
knew you were a true two-way player, but this is ridiculous. Sheesh.
You're gonna have your hands full of
Ooh,
games with
game
these
collections. I always love hearing about
Three
these.
Kingdom Hearts collections are almost here.
Cool.
From Kingdom
Kingdom Hearts.
to Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Remind.
I mean, they're already there. I'm guessing they're just all bundling everything together?
Nintendo Switch as cloud versions that can be played while connected to the internet.
Or maybe they're not out yet.
Relive
Maybe
or
maybe it's
get
just
to
the
know
demo
these
that's
heart-filled
out.
adventures alongside Sora, Donald, Goofy, and more for the first time in TV, tabletop, or handheld mode. Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece for Cloud, containing
It's a
all
cloud
the
game. I'm just
collections.
throwing up my
Soars
arms
on the
with a
Nintendo
shrug.
Switch tomorrow.
Sure.
Each collection's cloud version will also be individually available on Nintendo eShop.
Oh, Klonoa.
Is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Across dreamy
This is exciting.
side-scrolling levels, you'll run, jump, and hover while firing wind bullets to grab and throw enemies. Use each level surroundings.
We've been
to your
hearing some stuff about
advantage.
Klonoa for a little while now, but I
Also,
I'd like forgotten
Klonoa
about
2
that.
is included. Take on these great adventures when Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series launches on Nintendo Switch July 8th.
Okay, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good collection.
We're so glad you're here.
Ooh, Portal on Switch.
Come here often. Either way,
I'm actually
you're in for
surprised
a
it's taken
puzzling
this long
treat.
for Portal to actually come to
These
Switch.
award-winning games, the Portal Gun is your key to surviving imprisonment in a mysterious lab.
I mean, they ran on
Create
Xbox
portals
360,
other
so it
areas
just
to find
makes sense to actually have
Jake?
them on Switch.
Still unconfirmed. You can pass through portals, and so can cubes, lasers, and robots with unnerving levels of personality. The sequel adds in local, online, and split-screen multiplayer modes. And that part's no lie. Neither is the sentient robot monitoring your every move when Portal Companion Collection warps onto Nintendo Switch this year.
Nice, nice. That's a good collection, I think.
A classic comes alive.
Oh, I think it's Crystal. I think it's the Pixel remasters. Maybe. Or it's another HD 2D game. No, this is something different. Ooh. Live Alive. This is a really well-known Japan-only RPG. Finally coming out here. in HD 2D form, from the looks of it.
Previously
That's gonna be a fun game.
outside of Japan, the RPG Live Alive makes its overseas debut, now in HD 2D. Multiple stories featuring different protagonists and time periods await. The order in which you tackle them is up to you. Prehistory. A tribesman comes of age in a world without words. The Wild West. A wanderer with a bounty on his head fights for his life. Imperial China. A kung fu master searches for a worthy successor. Twilight of Edo, Japan. A shinobi undertakes an important secret mission. Present day. A martial artist strives to become the strongest there ever was. The near
Present day being,
future, a youth
1994.
with psychic powers takes a stand against evil. The distant future. A newly built robot is swept up in a tragedy in space. What other stories are on the horizon?
You will repay my
Dude, this game looks awesome.
in death.
I mean, I already knew that the original version was great, but this new like HD 2D version looks really
Pre-orders
good.
begin today on
And it's out in July, so that's perfect. That's a Ryan Turford's like
How was that?
game right there.
Next
I'm
up
very
is
excited for
this.
that. Oh, is this? Are we finally
It's a
getting?
new iteration
Ooh,
of the Wii Sports series.
I was about to say 1-2 Switch 2, but no, we got Nintendo Switch Sports.
Please take a look.
It's like Wii Sports, but for your Switch.
Here are the sports included in the Nintendo Switch Sports game. You might recognize these three from past Wii Sports games. Tennis. Rally by gently swinging the
I know I'm
Joy-Con
blocking the
controller
person
at the
doing the
right time.
motions with their hands in the corner. I'm sorry. I'm not moving it.
Bowling. Roll the ball.
You can just
straight
imagine,
ahead
someone
or
doing
give it
this
a
with their
little curve.
hands, or doing this. I'll even imitate some of the motions.
And chumba.
Yeah, doing this,
Knock your opponent
doing this
off
with
the
their sword.
platform while attacking and defending.
I wonder how the motion's actually going to work though on the
Plus,
Switch though,
3 additional sports by joining the
it's
lineup.
always hit or miss. Not as good as the
Soccer.
Wii motion post
Use
for a lot of this
gigantic
stuff.
ball to make dynamic plays. Enjoy matches with Joy-Con controllers.
There, we're doing
to
this.
shoot
That's
and
how we hit the
perform
soccer
diving
ball.
headers. By attaching a Joy-Con controller to the leg strap accessory included with the physical version of the game,
So it comes with
you
a
can
leg
play
strap.
shootout mode with intuitive kicking motions.
That makes more sense.
Badminton.
Attach it to your leg and actually kick with
Control your
it.
shots left and
Oh,
right
sorry.
while keeping the
Here,
shuttlecock
this is
in
what
the
they're
air.
doing. They're like doing
Unleash
this. They're
powerful
swinging the
smash
ball,
shots to gain the upper
swinging
hand.
the bracket, hitting the ball.
Finally, volleyball. Use a Joy-Con
Ooh.
controller to serve, bump, set, and spike the ball. The game supports local play with
I'm just going to throw it out
friends
there.
on one
Wii Sports
Nintendo
was
Switch
actually really
system,
fun, so
as well as online
I'm
play
actually
across all sports.
pretty excited about this.
Play against friends online, or opt for random matchmaking.
Maybe we'll have to do
The more
like
you win,
instead of Halo
the
Saturdays
tougher
one
the
weekend, we do
players you'll
Nintendo Switch Sports Saturdays where we do like like a bowling tournament or something like that. I think it'd be like super fun.
How was that? Since I'm already here, I'd like to show you some gameplay of one of the newly added sports, volleyball.
Mr. Takahashi! Oh, hello there, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi from Nintendo.
Oh, it's Koizumi-san. He's gonna play some
I can
volleyball
see you're
for
ready
us.
to play. All right, I'll play some volleyball online together with Mr.
You know, if they
Koizumi.
had like a press conference in person for this, they'd be dragging up a whole bunch of people on stage to do this. But
plenty of
instead
space around me as
we're
well.
just watching Koizumi in like the ether of where the
All right,
Nintendo Direct
let's
takes
start.
place
We'll
to
be
play some
including
volleyball.
live commentary throughout our match.
All right, we're doing this? Volleyball, a newly added sport in Nintendo Switch Sports. What can we expect today from the Takahashi Koizumi team? It's Koizumi to serve, with Takahashi up front.
One thing I like about this,
We begin
there's
with
no
Koizumi
Mii's in here.
serving.
Different
How will
characters.
the opposing team react?
Or it's either that or they're Mii's, but they're like
Takahashi
really
makes the
upgraded
block.
Mii's.
Another one's coming. Koizumi saves it. A setup in the air, and here comes the spike. The other team saves it and fights back. And they score.
I love how Koizumi's throwing
Didn't quite
both of
get
his
it in
arms in the
time.
air, but he's holding one controller, so it's like
okay,
he obviously
game's
doesn't
not
need to
over.
do that.
Now the other team serves. Koizumi receives it. Takahashi sets it up. And Koizumi spikes, but it goes right toward the opponent. Here's another attack. Now's their chance. Get the ball.
I mean, the more realistic approach to like watching anyone play this game probably in real life is sitting down like I'm sitting down right now and then do this, and then doing this, and then doing this, which is one hand, and then doing this, or then, you know, doing this and then doing this. That's what I'm expecting.
That was an introduction to Nintendo Switch Sports. The game launches April 29th.
Ooh, that's pretty soon. April 29th.
We're planning a free update in the summer that allows you to play soccer matches with a Joy-Con controller and the leg strap accessory. You can use the accessory to play shootout mode at launch. In addition, we're also planning a second free update this fall that lets you enjoy golf.
You're gonna add some golf in there. Maybe it'll be better than Mario Golf. Maybe. And you won't have to buy Mario Golf separately.
To everyone. To help ensure that you can all enjoy playing online, we'll be having an online playtest before the game launches to evaluate various technical aspects. We'd definitely like to ask for your help with this.
Oh, that's soon. That's like
only be available for players with an
the same week as Elden Ring, sure, but it's in like a week and a bit.
For those of you
Definitely gonna have to check that one out, I
visit the
think.
official Nintendo website for more details.
Although I'm glad they didn't include soccer because we don't have our, you know, leg straps yet to play with. Also, there's only 10 more minutes in this direct.
Nintendo Switch Sports. I hope you're looking forward to this game. Let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Ooh, Taiko Drum Master.
Taiko drumming skills ready.
I've been obsessed with this game on Xbox recently because it just came to Game Pass. But it's going to be a different game than what's on Game Pass, it looks like. Probably with different songs. Maybe even a campaign. I love this game on Xbox, so I hope we get a peripheral for this. I hope it's awesome.
Dozens of boppin' beats, including Megalovania, Gurenge, Feel Special, and Racing into the Night.
Again, a lot of these we see in the current version on Xbox, the Drum Master version.
Legend of Zelda is included.
Legend of Zelda theme.
Songs total. Plus,
I wonder how many weird anime songs we're to get, like the Evangelion theme or the Bakemono no Gatari theme, stuff like that.
Put on a live concert with up to 4 players in Donchen Band. Or face off against each other in Great Drum Toy War.
I think I saw some icons indicating people using the peripheral.
Drum to your heart's content.
Because if so, I'd be very excited to get the peripheral for this.
Launches on Nintendo Switch this year. Plus, a paid in-game subscription service that gives you access to over 500 songs available at launch.
I'm excited for this. Yes, it's silly that there's a paid subscription, but you know what? That's a lot of songs.
Games? The brand new
Triangle Strategy.
Triangle Strategy is almost here.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do the Triangle Strategy. Sean Capri and I like to do the triangle move when talking about this game.
Your choices and conviction will determine.
This is out in like a month, and I'm stoked for it.
I solemnly swear an oath by which all future lords shall be bound. I will never turn my back on the promise of a better world.
A new demo playable to the end of Chapter 3 will be available on Nintendo eShop later today.
A new demo with transferable save data.
Transferred to the full game once purchased.
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
More Cuphead
Triangle Strategy.
In the paid DLC, Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course.
Yeah, we finally got the announcement of the release date for this, but we didn't announce it for Switch.
New bosses with wild personalities and even wilder.
I'm guessing it'll just be the same day as other consoles.
Miss Chalice is a new playable character. Take down fearsome foes with her double jumps, rolling dodges, and more. Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course wallops its way onto Nintendo Switch June 30th. A free update is coming to the Metroid Dread game.
Tell me more.
All it takes is one hit. Even from this.
Is there like a hardcore mode coming to Metroid Dread?
Even once causes a game over in the brutal Dread mode difficulty.
Nice.
Can you face this new challenge?
I totally want to do this.
And for players new to the Metroid series, take advantage of increased recovery with the newly added Rookie mode difficulty.
That's something that people were asking about for a while. Maybe doing like an easy mode. But Dread mode, man, I think that's going to be fun. I got to try and do that.
We'll add a boss rush mode, in which you'll battle bosses continuously, one at a time.
I like the sound of that. I love how they're giving support to Metroid Dread. I think it's awesome to see.
Something's bound for Nintendo Switch.
It's Earthbound. Here we go. People have been crazy about this all day today. I mean, personally, I don't love Earthbound, but I'm really happy for the people who love Earthbound, because I know this has been something people have been asking for and wanting for a while. I mean, am I going to play Earthbound again? Probably not. But I'm excited for y'all to be excited about this. Also, I'm just happy that they added another Super Nintendo game, because it's been like ages since the last time they added a Super Nintendo game to the service. Also, with Earthbound coming, I would love to see maybe more RPGs at some point on the service. Wink, wink. Maybe we get, you know, something like Lufia 2 or some other RPGs like Mario RPG or something like that. Ooh, so it looks like the original Mother is coming probably to the Nintendo service as well. Do I go back and play Mother on NES? Probably not, but it's cool that it's there. Again, I'm happy for the people that are excited about it.
Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings will be added to Nintendo Switch Online later today.
Sure. All right, I'm guessing it's Super Highlights mode with some updated release dates. Also, we got 5 minutes left in the Direct. I'm really excited to see what the one more thing is. Whether it's Zelda or maybe Fire Emblem again, maybe Xenoblade Chronicles. All kinds of stuff it could be. I think Demon Slayer is probably going to be a good game on Switch. I like it on Xbox, where I have it now, and I think it's pretty fun. So if you like fighting games and you like anime, check it out. It's really good. Sure. You got some weird Lego game. 2 Point Campus. I've heard good things about that one too. You like, you know, college building games.
What did you think? Here's some news from Mario Kart fans. Many of you have been enjoying the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game since its launch in 2017.
Mario Kart 9? Mario Kart 8 DLC?
We've been working on remastering select courses from across the Mario Kart series, and we'll be releasing them as paid downloadable content.
Mario Kart 8 DLC, so not Mario Kart 9. DLC for Mario Kart 8. I mean, I think that this is like a perfect idea. I mean, it's selling so well anyways, like why do another one right away, at least until like the next Switch is ready? But yeah, I love this idea of them doing like DLC for some older courses. Definitely going to be picking these up so that we can kind of play some Mario Kart nights someday.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Booster Course Pass.
You may recognize some courses from past Mario Kart games.
I love how they throw Mario Kart Tour in there as like a past Mario Kart game, because that's brand new.
That's 48 additional
That's a lot of courses.
Releasing by the end of 2020.
There's gonna be like 100 courses in this game by the time it's done.
Such as Coconut Mall, Choco Mountain, and Tokyo Blur will be included in the first wave.
There we go. We got a Mario Kart Tour course in the game. I mean, they've been adding a ton of content to Mario Kart Tour, so I love the idea of like some of that content kind of spilling over to the main games. I think that's pretty cool.
The first wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass will launch March 18th.
So it looks like you pay once and you get all 6 waves. That's pretty cool.
Enjoy this DLC at no additional cost.
Yes, I don't even have to buy it now. I got the expansion pack, so better believe we're going to be playing some Mario Kart 8 with some of these courses.
On its own.
Also, although I would have loved to see new characters. That's one other thing I would love to see, but it doesn't sound like they're doing that.
Additional courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This next segment will be our last announcement.
All right, final game.
Let's take a look.
Fighting in order to live, and living to fight. That's the way of our world.
Looks like it's Xenoblade 3.
Ionios. Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
Hopefully this game also runs better than, 20 frames per second this time.
I knew it. I saw this coming.
You're not enemies now.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
How can our lives be so snuffed?
This game's all about playing the
They're
flute.
not your friends anymore. They're his feud. Sword march. The land pierced by a great sword. It's the only way you're gonna defeat the real enemy.
Whatever life is lost, I won't let you shoulder it all alone.
What good filling up these flickering clocks in our eyes? It will never replace the friends we've lost.
The flame clock, it has to go!
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased without a trace.
They got evil masks on, so clearly they're the bad guys. Again, as long as the frame rate's good, it looks great. I hope it's awesome. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. All right, when's it coming out? December? Oh, September. That's nice. So luckily we're not having it out at the end of the year this time.
The story of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 ties together the futures of the worlds depicted in Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it will launch this September. I hope you look forward to it.
Nice.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
All right, and that is it. It's over. So let me go ahead and mute things, and then let's just move on to final thoughts in 1 second. And that's it for the Nintendo Direct. So it's time to kind of move to final thoughts to kind of give you what I thought about the Direct. And ultimately, I think it was actually a pretty good Direct. Obviously, there was some stuff that was missing that I would have loved to see, like the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters or Zelda of any kind. Like we didn't see Zelda. They didn't even mention Breath of the Wild 2, or sorry, the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because we still don't actually know what that dang game is actually going to be called yet. We don't really know anything about Zelda at this point, so I'm curious to know when we hear about it again. Probably, when quote unquote E3 next happens over the summer, whenever the summer Direct is anyways, is kind of when we hear about that again. That's assuming it even comes out this year, but they'll at least probably mention it then. But also Fire Emblem in particular was also a bit of a disappointment for me, mainly because we'd been hearing obviously that there had been like a new Fire Emblem game in development that was going to be like a mainline Fire Emblem game as opposed to a Fire Emblem Warriors game, which just bums me out at least a little bit, just because I'm not really a huge fan of Musous, but I love Fire Emblem, so I'll still probably try it out because I always try and give games like that a chance, and I just love the franchise. I love Fire Emblem. Plus, I love that it takes place kind of in the Three Houses universe, so it's specific to that, kind of like what they did with Age of Calamity. So it's going to be exploring a lot of the familiar characters that we know about from Three Houses in there, and yeah, I think it looks good. But standouts from the show for me, honestly, Live Alive. In particular, the 2D HD remake of that looks incredible. Like, that game looks really awesome. Chrono Cross coming back. I mean, as a huge JRPG fan from, the early 2000s and the 90s, like, that just, warms my heart. And it's one of my all-time favorite games, so I'm excited to replay it again on Switch. Again, I've been holding off replaying it, knowing that that there was something coming for it, and I'm so glad it's coming. Plus, it comes with Radical Dreamers, which is like this tie-in that ties into it as well that we didn't get here. So I think that is going to be an amazing collection going on there. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is kind of my runner-up as far as one of my favorite things there. I think that game looks good. I mean, the main thing is as long as it runs well on Switch, that's all I ask, because again, like performance problems were kind of like one of my big gripes with the first one. So I hope it runs well, at least at a 30 frames per second click. Like as long as it can do that at not a resolution, below, 540p, I'll be really happy with that one. So overall, I'm really excited with some of the stuff that we saw here. I think we got some good collections coming out. I think there's also some good games that hadn't been on the Switch before, like Portal, No Man's Sky, stuff like that. That is really cool to see on the service as well. Clipping later this year. Also, Mario Kart 8. I haven't looked at the online reaction yet because, again, I'm filming this right after we finished watching it together. So I don't know how people feel about that idea. But in a way, I'm actually kind of glad they're taking this approach. If anything, I would have wished they would have done this sooner as far as, adding DLC to Mario Kart 8. But I like this approach more than just doing a new game right away. Whereas I kind of want to see the next Mario Kart, like Mario Kart 9, come when the next console comes. I think that's where I kind of want to see Mario Kart 9 is when that console comes out. So I'm, even though it's not a new game or anything like that, I'm excited because I think it's going to feel like a new game, especially when like all 6 waves of that DLC are out, because it's going to add 48 new courses to Mario Kart, basically doubling the number of courses in the game. And I can't wait to play a lot of those courses again, especially because it sounds like they're all going to be classical courses or even courses that were exclusive to Mario Kart Tour on mobile coming to Switch. I think that's going to be a really good get. And then a lot of the games we knew about already still had good showings. Kirby, Triangle Strategy, all that stuff. It still looks really cool. Having a Triangle Strategy demo out today, I think is exciting news. Also, again, while I'm not personally excited for Earthbound, because I personally don't really like that game, I am excited that people are getting Earthbound finally. I think that's kind of been one of the big missing games from the first party catalog as far as the SNES Virtual Console is concerned, and then adding the NES original with the new translation they did for, I think it was Wii U, where they did Earthbound Beginnings. But either way, having that in the NES collection is just, I think that's a really solid addition as well. Plus, they're not part of the extra tier, so I'm glad we got that. Plus, we didn't find out when Majora's Mask is coming out, or let alone anything else coming to N64. So we missed out on some of that stuff, but overall, I think a really solid Direct. Again, there was some stuff missing. Again, no Zelda, no brand new Fire Emblem game, no mention of the Metroid Prime remake or anything like that. No Animal Crossing, sorry, Caito, as well as some other stuff that I know a lot of people would have loved to see. Or even, again, for me personally, with this Pixel Remastered announcement that they did this morning for Final Fantasy VI, I thought that was kind of them gearing up for an announcement for the Switch version of that coming out. Didn't do that here. Also, the other thing that we're missing too that I'm a little disappointed about, no Persona announcement. I was really thinking that we were probably going to see that. Obviously, they didn't promise that ahead of time, so that was just me psyching myself up for, a Persona announcement. But I was thinking we were going to get one because I know that we're getting one before the end of the month, and this Direct. If they were announcing a game like this, Direct would have made the most sense, unless it's coming to PlayStation 4 instead and not to Switch, whatever that re-release is going to be, or whatever they're going to announce this month, or maybe they just announce another watch or something like that. Who knows what's going on Persona? So I was a little bit disappointed with that, but again, the stuff that we saw there, like Live Alive and Xenoblade Chronicles, Chrono Cross. There's a lot of stuff to be excited about from this Direct. So let me know, ladies and gentlemen, what you thought about this Nintendo Direct in the comments below. Of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Just tap that bell right there, kind of let him do it with my finger. And again, if you want to see Caito's and Sean's reactions, again, link is in the description, or again, you should be seeing another card pop up there, as long as future Ryan remembers to do that, to go click on that link and go check out what Sean and Caito thought about the show. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford. You can find Sean on Twitter at Sean Capri, Caito on Twitter at ConsoleCaito, and then of course us on Twitter at Yumi Capri's. We're also right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Yumi Capri. And then you, of course, listen and subscribe to the Nintendo Drive on your podcast feed of choice, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, all the things. Of course, we're on all podcast services around the globe. And last but not least, hit us up on Patreon if you are interested in some early access and some extra perks. Patreon.com/Yumi Capri. So I'm Ryan Turford. Thanks so much for watching this video of my reaction to the Nintendo Direct for February 9th, 2022. And we're out.